So, have you ever heard of this? A trading firm that says, hey, we'll give you $100,000 to trade with, and all you have to risk is maybe a few hundred of your own? It sounds a little too good to be true, right? Well, that's the paradox. Today, we're going to pull back the curtain on these proprietary or prop trading firms and figure out how this whole thing actually works.
This is it. This is the big question that gets thousands and thousands of traders hooked. I mean, how is it even possible to get your hands on six figures of trading capital for what's basically the cost of a plane ticket? That is the puzzle we are going to solve together right now. All right, here's our game plan. We're going to start with the dream, the big promise. Then we'll walk through the intense test you have to pass. We'll see what happens when you actually win. And then, and this is the fun part, we're going to flip the script and see how the firms themselves are making all their money. And finally, we'll stack them up against a typical broker and ask the big question, what is this really?
Okay, first things first, let's make sure we're on the same page. A prop firm at its core is a company that finds traders who know what they're doing and funds them with the company's own money. If the trader makes a profit, the company takes a little slice. Sounds simple, right? Well, the modern version of this has let's say, a very interesting twist.
So let's dive into the part that gets everyone's attention. This incredible promise of getting access to huge amounts of capital, especially for traders who don't have it themselves. I mean, the appeal here is just massive. Think about it. If you're a skilled trader, you've got a strategy that works, but you just don't have the cash to make any real money with it. Well, prop firms look like a golden ticket. It's this idea that you can finally trade at a size that actually matters, all without putting your own life savings on the line.
But of course, they don't just hand over 100 grand. No way. Before you get the keys to the kingdom, you have to survive what I like to call the trader's gauntlet. It's this super high-stakes evaluation designed to weed out anyone who's not disciplined.
And it usually comes in two phases. First, you pay a one-time fee, and heads up, it's non-refundable, to get into phase one, the challenge. Your job is to hit a pretty tough profit target, maybe 8 or 10%, without breaking any rules. If you can pull that off, you move to phase two, which is basically a verification step. The target's lower here, you just have to prove that your first performance wasn't some lucky fluke.
But listen, hitting that profit target is only half the story. The really crucial part, and honestly, where most traders fail, is all about risk management. You have two giant rules you cannot break. You can't lose more than a certain amount in a single day, that's your daily drawdown, and you can't lose more than a bigger percentage overall. Break either of those rules, even by 1 cent, and boom, you're out, game over.
So, what happens if you actually do it? What if you navigate this whole gauntlet and come out on the other side? Well, you become the thing everyone wants to be, a funded trader. And the perks are pretty awesome. You get that 6-figure account to trade with. The only money you ever risked was that first fee you paid. And you get to keep the vast majority of the profits. We're talking 70, 80, even 90%. For a trader with real skill, this is a total game changer. And it doesn't even stop there. If you can prove month after month that you're consistently profitable and you can manage risk, the firms will often put you on a scaling plan. They'll just keep increasing your account size. This is literally how some traders go from managing $100,000 to managing millions. But here's a detail that is absolutely critical to understanding the whole model. That funded account they give you, in a lot of these firms, it's still just a demo account, a simulation. What they do is use special software to automatically copy your trades onto their real money accounts. Now, this isn't just a technical thing. It's a massive risk management tool for them. It means they can pull the plug on any trader instantly. It shows you the firm is always in control of its risk, even with its best traders. And that's the key to understanding the other side of this coin. Okay, so now let's flip this whole thing around. We've seen the dream they sell to the trader. But how does this possibly work as a business? How does the house always win? I mean, this is the million-dollar question, right? If you're handing out $100,000 accounts and only taking a tiny sliver of the profits, how do you even stay in business, let alone make money? Well, here's the secret. The stone-cold truth is that almost nobody who tries the challenge actually passes. The numbers suggest that only about 5 to 10% of traders ever make it all the way through to get funded. 90 to 95% fail. So let's just do some really simple math. Let's say 100 traders each pay a $500 fee to take the challenge. That's $50,000 in revenue for the firm, right off the bat. Since we know about 90 of them are going to fail, the firm pockets $45,000 from those non-refundable fees. That income, generated from people failing the test, is often more than enough to pay the few successful traders their profit splits. And that's not all. Those fees are the main engine, for sure, but there are other streams of revenue. They get profit splits from the winners, of course. They charge you a fee if you fail and want to try again. Some make money on commissions or spreads from all the trading activity. And now, some are even moving to monthly subscription models. It's a business with a lot of layers.
So to really hammer this point home, let's just put a prop firm right next to a traditional brokerage account and see how different they are. And yeah, the differences are night and day. With your broker, you're risking 100% of your own cash. With a prop firm, you just risk the fee. A broker wants you to trade a lot because they make money on volume. A prop firm doesn't care about volume. They're looking for consistent risk managers. You can see it right down the line, the funding, the profit split, and especially the way they make money. They are completely different animals operating in the same jungle.
Which brings us all the way back to the beginning. Now that we've seen both sides of the story, let's try to make sense of this whole prop firm paradox. It really just boils down to this. From the trader's point of view, it's a pretty unique shot. It's a chance to prove you've got the skills and get access to some serious, life-changing money with a very small, clearly defined risk. But for the firm, it's just a genius business model. It's a filter that uses the fees from the masses of hopefuls to find and fund a tiny, elite group of profitable traders.
And that leaves us with this final, central question. Is the prop firm model a truly innovative way for talented traders to finally get their shot, to break past that barrier of not having enough capital? Or is it mostly just a business that's gotten really, really good at making money off of people's dreams? And more often than not, their failures. The truth, as we've seen, is that it's probably a little bit of both.